And that buck I had pictures of was on the furthest camera. He is to the west. Yeah. The west.
Oh, it's... What time is it? Oh, it's like 3:15, 3:30. We've been set up in the blind for probably a half hour now or so.
The one to the east is where I've had most of my pictures. Towards the
Ready? Oh, wow.
That was the craziest hunt.
You do not stalk whitetails in Wisconsin. In the woods, on a ridge. Oh, wow. This deer's dead. Well, here he is. I mean, 130-inch deer. Season 8. Can't be mad at that. I mean, for what we did, the experience of stalking a mature buck, that's pretty fun.
He's gonna go down right there, buddy. Oh, right there he's laying. He didn't go very far, he basically just died out of sight, so nice easy blood trail. Wasn't very hard to follow actually. He was spraying 6 foot up on trees, so it was pretty neat, but pretty much exactly what we thought he was. He's a good 9, a little heavier than I thought.
What's your view like? Ready? He's pumping. We just tagged out. It was just flooding out of him. I can't believe it. Did you? I can't believe that just happened.
This is a fully mature Iowa whitetail, and I am happy to put my tag on him.
Hear that? There's something walking over here. It's a lefty. Meow, meow. We just killed the freaking giant. Oh my god.
Hasn't hit me what just happened here tonight. This is the deer I've dreamt of ever since the day I passed him up in 2015. This was the deer I wanted. And it just so happens to be my biggest buck to date and my biggest bull buck.
You on him. Got him. Hammered him. Are you kidding me, buddy? Are you kidding me?
Hit it, buddy. Nice one, man. Nice one. Yes! He's down, dude. Yes!
Yes. So awesome. It's a beautiful 5x5. My first muley with a bow.
Big bug, big bug, big bug. Coming right down the edge of the field. He's dead.
What an awesome Iowa buck and another unbelievable hunt with Mike behind the camera. And we are tagged out in Iowa. Miserably cold out here. We are in the middle of a blizzard. It's been advised not to travel, been advised not to leave the house. And we're out here chasing these bucks. Unbelievable. North Dakota late season.
Stay on him. Come on, buddy. Go down. Come on. Come on, buddy. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's covered in blood. There he is.
Stepped out.
Oh, that is freaking sweet. That is so awesome.
Dude, that is a freak. Yes, sir. Oh, look at that deer. That is undoubtedly the oldest deer I've ever killed.
Hell yeah. Holy shit. Wow, that's like what? I didn't range it, 10 yards?
She walked right up and looked right at us.
Yeah. God damn, give me some. Hell yeah.
So
saw this guy in a few does, and yeah, I'm excited, stoked. It's Halloween, so it's, you know, might not have candy, might have a few whiskey drinks, but it's gonna be fun.
No.
Bat.
I'm pretty rattled right now. I definitely want to get out of this tree before the bigger one comes by.
November 10th. First time in down here in Iowa this year. Kind of been jumping all over North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, hunting, filming, a little bit of everything. Just waiting for the right time of the year to get in here in Iowa and start hunting.
Oh, right here, showtime. Showtime's right here, coming on the spot. Quack, quack, quack.
You serious, buddy? Are you serious? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
Night, night, Yogi Kite.
Follow this up in here and he shouldn't be too far.
You got him. He only went 15 yards, but he put on one heck of a show. And as you can see, put a good shot on him. Schwacker did all the work, and he only went 15, 20 yards and piled up here in the bush.
God! Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? No way! Dude! That is a freak!
Oh my God, dude, he's right.
He's right here. He came in, gave me like a 25-yard shot, and I don't know, he maybe went 100 yards and piled up. Just a great North Dakota 8-pointer.
I'm still like rattled. We had a great buck come in tonight, and I think I drilled him. It looks great.
There he is. What a gorgeous, gorgeous buck.
bud. Man, he put on a frickin' show. And the best part is, he didn't die in the bottom. Yeah. Couldn't be happier with this buck. My first year in Iowa, really learning the ropes this year, hunting public.
Got him, buddy. Down goes Fraser, baby.
To say that we earned this guy would be a complete understatement. I think JP added the days up we've spent in the field this fall. I think we're somewhere around 55 days right now.
Here we go, bud. Meh. Got a lot of emotion running through my body right now. Excited. Scared shitless. We eased up here. JP actually picked a rack up. Probably 30 yards from us. It looks like it's down. But I'm gonna go up there at full draw and make sure. But I think he's laying right up here dead, boys. That was the wildest, craziest track job I've ever been a part of.
Pretty sure I heart shot him, dude. You gonna go down?
That's working out.
Yeah. He's right there dead, dude. Oh, yeah, buddy. Well, what a deer, what a hunt. And to get to do it with some awesome buddies right here, it's gonna be a good one.
Where is he? Just to the left. Got him. Go down. Go down. Go down. That's got to be one of my biggest bucks. Hell yeah, buddy. Thank you. What an absolute way to almost wrap up my season here.
Well, I hear a deer. Where are we looking? Oh, right under him.
Right there.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
decent
shit.
buck, dude. This might happen, huh?
I'd put him down.
You gonna make
for
this
sure.
happen?
Yes! Hell yes!
No way! Let's go, baby!
the best hunt I personally have ever experienced as a bow hunter.
We just killed a freaking giant!
Come on, Mancl. Got him. Got him.
Drilled him.
That was way too easy.
Welcome back to another Rut Live with The Breaking Point. Brought to you by Vortex Optics and HHA. It's the second to last weekend of October. We got some pretty good weather. We got 3 hunters out, I believe. I'm right now the only commentator because my cohort is running on Southern time and he's a little late per usual, but we're going to jump right into the action and see what we have to see for the evening.
What do you got on your shirt? We could both be like turtles. Yeah, you should text Mikey and see if that's what he has. Looks like some code red. Because I thought he was buying the road tools to test out. Yeah. Okay. That'd be dope. Especially for the live. Then you could get both of us. Yeah, that'd be fucking money. I'm ready to go to that shit. I just thought it was dumb, but you said 5. You can hide it decent. 527. I take the over. I've seen guys actually like put it on the side of their hats. Oh, yeah, I suppose.
Well, the rut is almost here. I've gotten pictures of a lot of bucks sparring. I've heard some word from friends of mine, from a buddy in northern Kentucky / southern Ohio. He lives kind of in both. And he saw a buck nose to the ground chasing a doe right across the road in front of him today. Got some pictures of some bucks chasing already. So if you guys are starting to have any of that, let us know in the comments. If you're starting to see any rut activity. But we got some comments from Hicks and Sticks saying I've stayed out of my honey hole and getting intel for my cell cam. Probably smart. It's kind of a tricky time of year because the best part of the season is literally right around the corner. But the deer are moving. I've had 2 new hammers show up in the last 3 days on cameras that have been dead. So if you got the intel, I'd say go in, but otherwise I would hold off for another week or so because we got a big cold front hitting the Midwest, and I would be in the stand for sure at the end of this week or next weekend. But I hunted today. I've been grinding away on my early muzzleloader tag, and when I say grinding, I mean it has been brutal. On every morning and every evening pretty much for the last week, and we're sitting in areas where we can see hundreds of acres and we're hardly seeing any deer movement. But the last couple days I've actually laid eyes on some decent bucks for the first time, and I think it's just a sign the rut's almost here. Weather's cooled off a touch down here in Iowa, so I know Mike is hunting a really good spot and is really hoping that'll have some luck. And I would know that it's a good spot because I scouted the piece of public adjacent to it and have some hammers on that. So let's see what else we have for some comments. Lee Weber said we're gonna have to activate some subtitles. Yeah, that might be something we should invest in. I don't know if we can do that live though. Leave a comment if you guys have been out lately in this last week. I know the weather hasn't been ideal, and the best time of the year is kind of, like I said, around the corner, but I've heard of people that have been having some success in the last week. Mike's wife dropped a very nice 9-point with her muzzleloader on Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe.
Might just be you and Mikey. What? We want an interview from you. Right now. Please, Dylan, get in there, please. All right.
Dylan's going to come to us with an interview.
Well, Brandon and I are set up on our property here in central Wisconsin tonight. We came back right to the center of our property. We're overlooking a clover plot that we planted this year. We drilled it in earlier this spring when the ground first thawed, and then kept seeding it, and it came up beautiful. It's honestly one of the best plots we have on this whole property, and the deer have been loving it too. We've got deer in here every night. About 2 weeks ago, we came over and we actually hunted this spot, but we set up a mock scrape right in front of us, right on the plot, about 30 yards away, and it's about twice the size as what we had opened it up, so the bucks have been hitting it. We're going after a buck tonight that we call Larry. He's a pretty nice 11-pointer that we've been getting on camera. Pretty much had him, it was actually the first cell cam pic I got on July 4th, was him in Velvet. He's been living all over our property, got him on multiple cameras, but October 6th, and about like 7-8 days before that, I was getting pictures of him every night. After October 6th, which was like the day or two before the youth hunt, I didn't get a picture of him for 12 days straight. So I was a little worried that maybe somebody shot him, or I don't know, that he just kind of disappeared like that. But he showed back up on the 18th, so like 3 days ago. Had him in our Oak Ridge food plot at like 10 o'clock at night. And then last night he was in this plot that we're sitting on just after legal. We did have a picture of a buck. It looked like kind of further out at a little after 6 o'clock. It looks like a big buck, but I couldn't quite tell if it was him or not. So he's definitely in the area. Hoping he's still on our property yet today. But we pretty much got the same conditions that we had yesterday, just a little more overcast. We've got a north wind, which sets up perfect for this plot. So it should be a good hunt. At the very least, I hope we can lay eyes on him tonight and kind of get a gauge on where he might be bedding, and maybe make a game plan after tonight if he doesn't work his way into the plot. So, like I said, I've been telling Brandon all day, it's like getting ready for a big game tonight. I'm pretty excited, and it should be a fun hunt.
Would have came from, I guess.
Looks like we're going to get an interview here shortly from Mancl. Hopefully Ross can keep the camera on his face. He's been kind of all over the place.
All right. We just got set up here about an hour ago. We're hunting a piece of public tonight. Got Ross with me filming. We're in a new spot. This is a new area for me this year. I came in here this spring shed hunting, and
there was quite a bit of sign in here, so I decided to run a couple cameras in here this fall. And most of my cameras are to the west of us here, about 500-600 yards in a block of timber. Been getting some really good bucks on them. Probably got like 5 bucks I would shoot on camera in there, but they've been just a little bit sporadic. Decided to come to this spot tonight because we're overlooking a big bean field they just recently cut. We got a river bottom to the north of us and a bunch of cover to the north also. We got a wood lot to the east of us here, which I think some deer will be laying up in. We got the decoy out tonight with hopes that if anything steps foot out on this field, might be able to call it in. It's warm out here tonight in Iowa though. It's low 70s. It's a little bit breezy, but I think it'll be a good night. Like I said, we're overlooking a huge area, so if anything steps foot on this field, I think if we bang the antlers, they'll come check it out. But there's enough good bucks in here. I think if we spend some time in this spot, we're gonna run into one of them eventually. So we're gonna hang tight here. Hopefully, don't get blown out of the tree, and hopefully, we have some good action tonight here. There's quite a bit of timber to the northwest of us, or northeast of us. Yeah. Both sides. I mean, that's. What's that? Some of it, yeah. Like if you went around this corner. It like cuts across this field and then it runs along the edge of this corner, and then all the inlets fields that come around this bend are all public. But like I said, I've never even been around this corner to see what it looks like back in there, but I would imagine they probably leave standing food back in there too. God.
Mike made the bold choice tonight of pulling out the decoy this early in the rut.
It's early, but they're making scrapes and they're up ahead, so I mean, it could be effective.
I've had trail camera photos of sparring. I saw a couple like Mike sparring the other morning when I was out, but
I think honestly, early rut, like now, pre-rut, is probably a better time for decoys than the actual rut. I don't know why, but I think like early season, they're used to hanging out with each other, so they're used to wrestling around a little bit.
True.
You know, and I think it makes them more comfortable now than it will during the peak of the rut.
yeah, I think that's a good point. Because back home in Wisconsin on my property, I always get the most sparring photos mid to late October, I would say, and then you get it.
They call that the lull if you're a jury.
Yeah, it's the lull because you're moving at night. I mean, I don't know. I hunted all week and it's just like a lull to me. I got.
Language.
Oh
yeah.
Did you get out at all this carrots?
Not yet, man. Not yet.
Cold front hits
Not
on
yet.
the
And I apologize for the terrible audio that I'm sure you guys are dealing with right now as I settle into my spot here. But I did not get out in the woods, but it looks like the best possible time to get out.
Definitely not a lazy boy like you got. I think Thursday they're calling like a high of 47. Friday they're calling a high of 40. I feel like if we're gonna kill them, we're gonna kill them in like the first 3-4 days. Still getting pictures of them. 4 sticks that weigh 5-4 pounds. Just so everybody knows
Not
and everybody is watching.
as much,
This ought to be a full slide.
but
Full slide.
Looks like we're gonna get a. Looks like we're about to get an interview from Giggles here. We got Jimbo hunting with JP.
Hey, today is October 21st. First of all, I'd like to say hi to all the viewers who's watching Rut Live. I'd like to also give out a shout out to my cameraman here, JP, who's with me. I am in Wisconsin, sitting in a new spot. I haven't sat all season yet this year. Usually it's a good spot. Pre-Rut and Rut. It's a saddle area where it kind of cooks and then kind of bends up next to a bedding area. And I've been getting a lot of really good buck activity here. And it's straight away across from a pine plantation where I have a camera where I've been getting a lot of good pictures of some really solid shooting bucks. And the temperature's around 42, 45 degrees here today. So it should be a really solid hunt here, I believe, tonight. I'm going to try a little bit of rattling with the black racks and see if I can get something to rattle in, because I've been getting a lot of pictures with bucks already with some busted tines from fighting. And I also have some trail cam videos of bucks fighting out here as well. So we're sitting on the food plot here in the saddle in the cage blind. So we're going to give it a shot here and see what happens tonight.
Jimbo might point out how there's already some sparring going on in the Pre-Rut session, but I know he's just eager to get those antlers in his hands and bang them together.
as long as you don't get killed in the next 2-3 weeks.
I know Mike is sitting on a piece of public
Have an encounter with
right next to where one of Ross and I's number one shooters is, probably only like
in his wheelhouse.
800 yards from my camera that keeps getting pictures of him. I know he's dying to kill our top buck, so we'll see what happens tonight. I believe Dylan has gotten some trail camera photos, I think last night or the night before, just after daylight, with the buck he's after. So hopefully with this little bit of wind, and a little temperature drop, he might show up. We got Kevin, per usual, is commenting about the Vols, who are beating Alabama. That's actually a shock.
That's what me and my camera said. One doubt if he's living in there.
Brian said it's a tad windy tonight, out hunting, but tomorrow morning looks pretty good. That is true. This morning, me and Ross almost got blown out of the tree, but looks like we're gonna have like an 8-degree temperature drop down here, 7 or 8. So I'll be out in the morning for the last day of my muzzleloader hunt. Hopefully something goes right for the first time this week. Unfortunately, we thought we would be having another hunter tonight, but due to some technical difficulties with cellular service and getting signal transmitted, we are unable to get here from the Elliott. So we're gonna definitely try to have him back on next week, but that happens. Lee Weber said, if you flip Vortex binos upside down, it's a perfect phone holder. Now you know. How does that work? I have to try that. I don't know how that holds the phone, but thanks for the vote of confidence, Brad.
One thing I would say with these mics, if you guys ever shoot something and you're doing a recovery, probably record the audio on there too, just to have it as a backup. these if you get too far away, it'll drop a signal. But if you're recording it, yeah, it'll always save it internally.
What day was that?
One thing that I've noticed is I don't like how it mounts, because when I'm looking at it,
League is on IR. Lunches.
yeah.
What? You've been recording that whole time?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes.
Oh my.
Thanks, Brandon.
Jeez Louise.
We're gonna hear a quick word from our sponsors here while the action's still slow.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the action here on Rut Live. At the end of the season, our grand prize this year is going to be an 8-foot tower stand from Cage Blinds. All you got to do to enter is comment on any of the live streams and your name's going to be in the hat. Good luck, and good luck this fall.
Welcome back. And a big thanks to our sponsors, Vortex and HHA. Back with Dylan in the redneck line.
I'll keep that one off the screen.
We got Jalen tuning in from the tractor tonight. Good luck to you.
We would get pretty rowdy tonight.
Wonder what he's where you're at harvesting. Down here in Iowa, almost everything's picked already. And it's been a pretty early dry year. We got Ross spinning the camera on us like a Harlem Globetrotter ball. Back with Dylan in Wisconsin. I have a feeling tonight movement's going to be slow for the first bit, but I think it's going to get. I think things will heat up.
All right, Charlie. Good to see you, buddy. Holy crap! What an adventure we've been on.
The afternoon.
Whew. We started a little early, and that was not anyone's fault. But I apologize to all of our listeners for kind of dealing with the production issues that we've had. But they're probably very minor. I mean, I'm glad to be here. We got here quick.
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
At least all the production issues happen early, not when,
Correct.
in or something like that.
And I owe all of you an apology, and no one probably ever believes anything I say anymore because my stories are always wildly ridiculous. But I had my Aussie almost died today, which my pup, she's my baby. She got into a pile of rabbits, no lie, in a brush pile, and cranked that collar on a stick, and it was suffocating her. And I happened to be out in the yard pushing my daughter in a swing, so I was there for it, but she sounded like a dying rabbit, like that was all she could get out as a dog bark.
What kind of dog was she?
An Aussie. It's my Aussie. It's my baby. Yeah.
So she's a cattle or a shepherding dog, but she chases rabbits?
Correct. She normally rounds up the kids.
Really?
But
I've always heard that shepherds will round up children for you. So
it's fun to watch, man. She loves Crocs, so anytime my kids run out in the yard with Crocs on, she snatches them right out from under their feet.
I'm wearing Crocs right now, so.
I got.
Well, man, I think we're in for a good night tonight. The weather's a little warm, but it's falling. It's falling off down here in Iowa, at least, and the wind's supposed to lay down a little bit. It already looks like it has compared to earlier today, so I think we're going to see some pretty good movement.
For sure. We're in for a good night, absolutely. Skies are pretty clear. I mean, the sun's shining. I think we've got a good opportunity to see something happen tonight. We've been saying that for the last few episodes, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, right.
It's like it's any day now because, the rut's just waiting to blow up like a ticking time bomb. Deer are starting to move, and it's just
correct.
When's it going to happen? Because it will happen.
100%. You see across social media, there are a lot of big bucks falling right now, getting kind of what I think is kind of a premature rut chase type of situation, but it's happening. I mean, they're good.
We're seeing some minor chasing, but I think it's mostly those young bucks.
Yeah, right.
Goes in the heat a little early, but
well, that's the way it always heats up. When things start to warm up for the rut, it's always the younger bucks. The older bucks are getting in on the chase later, so you'll see those young boys poking around for a while before you see any real action.
We have a huge front rolling into the Midwest, I think. Not sure what day. I'm guessing Wednesday, Thursday. But we're gonna have highs, Iowa in the low 40s, and today it almost hit 70s. So I think that hits, everything's just gonna explode. The gates are gonna open.
Yeah, for sure. Even down here, we've been kind of unseasonably cool, but it's quite warm today.
We've been kind of bouncing up and down. We'll have 60s days and then 50s, but we got that cold front rolling in and later this week, and it's gonna make things really pop off. So
right.
But we got a comment from Dawn Weeks, a relative of Ross, I'm sure. I can't believe you and Ross are going to let Mike have an opportunity to kill your buck. Oh well, we want to see Ross bring him home. Ross's parents. Well, thank you, Ross's mom. Unfortunately, when we discovered that buck, Mike was like, well, I scouted the other side of that private. So we decided to let the river be the barrier at public. So the river's the barrier, and Mike is allowed to hunt one side of it, and Ross and I are allowed to hunt the other. Just so happens that he has never gotten a picture of our buck we're after with everything he has pictures of. But he still has a couple of really, really good deer on that side. But he would have no problem shooting our buck. I shouldn't be saying our buck. It's on public land. We just located him early this summer, and we've been going at him hard. He's a
No,
very,
say what you feel.
I don't feel like he's our deer, but I feel like we've put a lot of effort into him. So.
Sure.
So, thank you, Mrs. Weeks, Mama Weeks, for commenting. Don't worry,
Absolutely.
My best to take care of your son here at the end of the house.
You slide the pillow under his head when he falls
Oh,
asleep
yeah.
every night. All right.
Sing the lullaby.
I was gonna let her on.
No, he's been really putting up with me a lot lately. I've been hunting very hard with the nose loader tag, and he hasn't got to hunt the whole last week, and I 4:30 every day.
I should have wore a beanie. Yeah, kind of. My ears are cold. Type it out.
Did you see when we were walking in, the amount of pods on those beans?
Yeah.
There's a lot of food in there.
Yeah.
I walked this like 4 times last year though. I never found a single shed. But every time I walked it, I seen the bucks holding just about. I think the last time I didn't, but half the time I walked, I kicked up bucks that had antlers or were holding one side. There was one pretty good one. One morning I came to walk here, and he was like, he had to be mid to upper 30s, pushing 140, out in that back bean field where we walk in.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Taking the under.
fantasy football.
Yeah, you suck.
No. Want everybody to know who's watching right now. I'm currently beating Brandon in fantasy football. So, that's a win for me in life.
How many DraftKings have you won?
Oh, that's a nice buck. Dude, I think it's him. Standing up in the marsh out there. You know, kind of where. Yeah, right by the creek, but right in the middle.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I think it's definitely him.
So I think Dylan has the shooter. He's
I just gotta see that G2 and I'll know. I mean, he's wide like him.
can't see the deer yet on the swamp grass, but
He's right in the creek line.
Yeah, you see him though.
Well, you can kind of see him.
Did you punch in at all?
No, because I have to
Here, no. If you hit this up button, and then you go.
that works. I gotta find him again. Where'd he go?
Oh, he's a stud.
Where'd he go?
He didn't move. He hasn't moved his head. He hasn't moved his head, but I'm almost positive that's him. Oh, he just moved his head now. He's got the same frame, I'm almost positive.
A shooter.
Yeah.
it looks like you can see this buck smack in the middle of the screen. There's kind of a green buffer. It looks like in the middle of the tan grass. It kind of is right on the edge of that. If you look directly in the middle, you can see him moving here now.
Oh yeah,
a really good deer, and he's running in right now.
I lost him.
He ran to the left.
He was running this way, or
Yeah. It's hard to see what angle.
Wow, it's only a 434, and the boys got a mature buck on its feet.
that's where they always like to bed. Doesn't even surprise me. Come on, buddy, come check out the scrape.
Dylan's sitting over a beautiful bucket ready food plot. I don't know what he has planted there, but his property
We got a good shot.
got a lot
He
of
comes, checks us out at
CRP
least
and
tonight.
swamp grass. So he just kind of carved this out in the middle of a dry area.
The doe should be ready yet.
No. How crazy, first deer. I thought I saw some ears over there. Put my binos up. Oh, that's a big rack.
You can see his body pretty good.
Yeah. Roundhead 79. It is fence jumper. What? He was wondering if we got what our food plot is. It's fence jumper. Gets me fired up, Randall. I'll do a little update here. I just looked over to the east here, and we saw the first deer of the night, and by chance it was Larry. He stood up out of a bunch of the marsh grass. The deer tend to bed there every single year, especially the bigger bucks we have on camera. We watched him for a couple minutes, and then he kind of went to the left back into the marsh grass. I'm guessing there's probably some does in there, but he's probably only, 150 yards out. So, like I said, I told Brandon, I think we've got a pretty good chance that he comes in and at least checks out this plot. With being that close and being in here last night, and the does like to come in here early, so if we get some does in here, I think we got a pretty good shot of seeing them get closer. But we're going to keep our eyes peeled to the east here and see if we can see them again.
Roundhead 79 said, looks like the food plot is fence jumper or easy bucket. He knows the product. I believe Roundhead 79 is affiliated with Bucket Ready. Thanks for all the support. We got Colin. He said good luck to us. Good luck to you. He's headed out with his 7 and 4-year-old blind.
Last year in public in one of these trees.
Good luck. In northwest Wisconsin.
Yeah, they're so naughty.
Big woods.
No matter what stand you use, they make noise.
Where are the other trees? We're having some technical difficulties with one of our guys. Not sure where the other one is, but he'll be on.
I know. It'll be a little bit if he makes his way. Like you said, there's probably does in there. It's crazy how they always tend to bed there year after year. Right in the middle of it. Yeah. I wish you could hunt it, but there's really no way to. Yeah, you might as well not even touch it. That's why we got the willows planted in there, make that. that real nice and thick and let them stay there.
see a picture. I don't know if it's the same tree. It's just showing the leaves. So what do you take a picture of the tree? Yeah. Cross too. I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, I guess.
Over here, so the leaves. Last year we saw a deer over there. That don't help. Yeah. How's that gonna help? I don't know. Let's see if it comes up with the same thing. There's some good ones right above your head. Is this the same kind of tree? Where they always do, but 15, 20 yards. Night.
Yeah. Well, if he comes in the plot, I'm assuming he'll hit the square. If there's no deer in here.
Oh my gosh.
Travis said, hoping I'm seeing Dylan's deer up close. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, me too. I mean, he looked like a really good deer.
I don't know. Tell me how to do this.
I've seen pictures of some of the deer he's after. He said that's Larry. I can't remember if Larry's the one I've seen pictures of, but it is a really good deer on the trail camera. And that looks like a really good deer, so I'm guessing that's him.
I thought you can take a picture and Google will tell you what it is. Actually, you might be right. I think you can.
We got Mike and Ross arguing in the tree right now about an app Ross uses that you take a picture of a plant that tells you what it is. That's what we talk about most of the time. In the uncut version of hunting shows. Just random stuff that doesn't really matter.
I think I got it.
Kevin said 6 o'clock yesterday evening had
White mulberry.
Had a buck we think is 6 years old come out and check a doe and then went to feed in Ohio.
That would make more sense.
Headed up there in the morning.
That's pretty freaking
In the morning, Kevin. You should have been there last night at 6 o'clock.
How'd you do it? Gotta be smarter than the phone.
Just kidding, but good luck to you up in Ohio.
I'll figure it out. Here, I'll show you. I want to see a picture of the bark, though. I don't know about that. Oh, yeah, I think it is right. There's a bunch of different kinds, but okay. So you take a picture of it, and then you just go to your picture, yeah, and you hit info, yeah, and then it says look up plant. Oh shit! Like it identifies it as a plant. And you hit look up. It'll go away. It'll have in another week.
Beat me. All right, looks like we got a couple red doe and a fawn out in the jumper spot, we believe it is, for Easy Bucket. Still waiting on that buck, I believe. He calls Larry to step out. God, that food plot looks beautiful. I'm guessing I should probably look up what's in every different blend of Bucket Ready, but that looks like we got some chicory, maybe some clover. Oh, I don't know. Looks like a good mix, and it looks like it really took off. So I think we have a really good chance of that buck showing up here very shortly.
Come on, Larry. Come on. Easy. sleep in this blind so we don't spook any deer tonight. A little building key. Yeah. I'm just jacked that we saw him on his feet already. He's gonna be cruising. MSU Deer Lab podcast I was telling you about. They had a podcast on that with rattling, where they did a study out in South Texas, and they did different pitch frequencies of rattling, and like to mimic like aggression level, and the highest frequency was the one that was the most effective always. The further you could reach out distance-wise, the more deer you pulled in, essentially. So if we're gonna bang them, we better bang them loud. Hope they're not 50 yards away when we do it. We rattled in it. So granted, it was like a 2.5 year old. But we rattled him in last year, and he was probably like, I would say, like as far as the far end of that field. Where was that? Now it's just spot down, kind of towards Old Seal. You have a decoy? Yeah. We had the horns, and that deer turned on a dime and just was a flat-out sprint to the decoy. He came like 25 yards right up to it. Jay Graham's getting rained on.
Well, it looks like the does are very comfortable out in that clover plot. I think Mike is starting to think about tickling the old antlers together. Got that decoy, Scarbuck decoy sitting out in the, I think on the edge of the cut bean field they're sitting next to. That butts up just a pretty thick bedding cover. I don't think they'll rattle quite yet, but a little later. See if you can fire up any bucks. I wouldn't be surprised if that buck Dylan saw earlier started to make an appearance in this block at some point in the near future. He was in there, I believe he said 20 minutes after legal light last night. Got a good north wind. Just a matter of time.
I see a doe in there now.
Travis said, "Curiosity killed the cat. A grunt might kill a curious buck. That might just do it. I don't know. I was hunting this morning, a decent 8-point. The second to last day of the gun season, I'm hunting down here.
She was in the grass a little bit. I could just see her head.
At him, and he heard it, but old man just wanted to go back to bed. He didn't want to fight, but it could. Like, it's that time of year that kind of thing might really start working good. So, that buck, Dylan calls him Larry. I believe he's a 4 or 5-year-old 11-point. If I had to guess, probably scores in like the low 50s. Just a beautiful deer. And I believe he was actually the first deer, or at least first buck, they had on trail cameras this year. He's pretty cool. That deer he killed this year. Jessica said they got some crappy weather here. Hope it's better there. I don't know what Jessica's at, but wherever Dylan's at, the weather looks pretty good. A little overcast, a little breezy, but down here in Iowa, it's calmed down a lot. It was really breezy this morning, but it's sunny and clear. Which I know some people like that. Clouds.
That doe looking. Guy said he
Back into the grass. Oh, yeah, a little cold, Brandon. No, the fawn's got cold. I'm warm. I'm like an alligator. I don't get cold. We're making 2 boxes of mac. A little chilly. You should dress for the weather. Bet you if you're sitting on the wind. There's a deer on the ditch line. Heads down. Just to the left of that tree. What's the white birch or the tree way down? The one further down. No, I lost him. I don't know what it was. It was next to that further down birch. Never picked up its head.
Dylan's had a very action-packed night.
Oh, there's a deer. Oh, maybe not. No, I think it's just brush. Definitely just brush.
Must be pretty chilly up where Dylan's at. I mean, he's kind of enclosed blind with the gator up, and I think he's rocking the source jacket too. First light.
I should try to get a camera in there. Not this year, but like next year. Got a path right along there. Just put a stick in it. Yeah, or something, yeah. Maybe put like a mock scrape or I don't know. But like now would be key to, know if a buck's in there. They're always in there. Oh. Hawkers. Where? Oh. They're gonna dump in our pond. Probably.
Looks like Dylan's got some geese. Might be landing on his property. Travis said, in Sparta, they got a chilly breeze. Yeah, this morning down here, the breeze, it wasn't that cold, but that breeze.
Waiter got their limit of ducks in North Dakota. How long is he out there for? He comes back Thursday.
Testing 1 2. Can you hear me?
Just as much as I do.
We got ourselves a new commentator. I believe it's Joe Buck down in the corner. Hey,
Yo,
Troy.
How we doing, baby?
I'm great.
We're doing good. Sorry about the technical difficulties. One of our fearless leaders, unfortunately, is having some issues. So I'm going to jump on today. Usually I'm the one behind the scenes doing all the work. But here I am. We're back, and we're ready to roll. So right now we got three people out in the field. We got Mancl, Dylan, and Jimbo. It looks like Dylan's having a pretty good, eventful evening so far. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was before 5 o'clock. He already saw his shooter and had 2 does in the plot. So, I mean, it can hopefully only go up from there.
That's awesome. And that buck that they seen out in the field is actually a buck they're after, and they call him Larry. So
Larry,
that's pretty cool that they're already getting eyes on him. So
pretty
excited about that.
4:45, and he stood up out of his bed. Pretty dang
that's
cool.
crazy. That's crazy. He did say that they usually like to bed in there, so it makes sense that he was bedded in there. So
those tall swamp grass areas can just be money because deer will stand up out of their beds.
Absolutely.
See them. They might not be moving that much. He was, but pretty neat.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, we'll get back to the action. Sorry I had to introduce myself. Scott Spitzley. I'm the one behind the scenes doing the work here. We're going to get back to the action.
Yeah, both these. Yep.
Funny the difference. Again, he looks so nice.
Is it just big on timber? Have you said it? Have you let it? Yeah, we said.
I hope so.
Yeah, but you said all the corn standing over there still on.
He's gonna look like a stud coming in.
Standing over there still on. Private. On the other side. There's no corn. Or beans. Is it big? Yeah. No. It's all standing. I guess then it don't make any difference if they're gonna eat beans here or there.
Mike and Ross are doing.
What's that, buddy?
You're doing. Mike and Ross, I think, are doing a little game planning.
There's 3 ducks.
Mike's been giving us tips about the buck we're after the other side of the river on that piece. But he's an old deer and he's smart, so I don't think we'll see him until November. But
I got you.
I'm hoping he just didn't get up to get a drink of water and then sat his lazy butt down.
What about you? You got any targets up there in Michigan?
So like the far.
Oh yeah. No,
Up that side of the river, there's a cut cord.
I've got a few bucks that I'll shoot.
A lot of deer come out of that bottom where we
Here on my lease, I don't really pick one buck, and say that's the buck I'm going to shoot. Luckily, this year I was able to have a few to choose from. Nothing too huge, but definitely good potential around here. One of them is actually a 4-year-old. He's an 8-point. He'd probably score roughly in the mid-30s. But it'd be nice to get a crack at him. Fortunately, I haven't been able to go out and hunt yet.
I see one of them.
And I do need to get out there and get my batteries in the cameras because out of the 5 I have out there, 4 of them are dead. So I've got one camera running right now.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah. So, but as you know, I'm a pretty busy guy as far as family goes and
family
work and just right now hunting is definitely on the back burner for me. Once it gets November or later October, I'm gonna try my best to get out there. But
I mean, it is pretty crazy. Like last year in even this year, like we grind away super hard sometimes in early October or in Wisconsin in September, and like sometimes that works really well, but then November comes and boy, is it sweet. The last couple days of October, first 2 weeks of November, just like totally different ball game.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It almost
I
makes
I will say, like, early October on my cameras when they were all working, I had some great activity.
My cameras in Wisconsin, I had really great activity early October.
Yeah.
I'm really trying.
Oh.
But the ruts are so fun, just seeing them chase and stuff. We got McKinley, which is one of Ross's buddies, said, Chuck, tell Ross you'd feel a lot better about tonight's game if you were a Michigan fan and not a Spartan. Well, I don't feel bad for Ross. I'm a Badger fan. We've had a rough year. I'm just waiting for those Lions to get beat by the Packers next time, McKinley. First game of the year when Packers played Detroit. Oh my goodness. Ross was screaming at the TV the whole time. I had a flight to Colorado that I had a 6 a.m. flight or something the next morning. And then like my flight got canceled and got moved earlier. I'm trying to watch the game with him while he's screaming at the TV and I'm with my flight. I got to be up for so I'm ready for the rematch, Green Bay, Detroit.
Yeah, I don't think Green Bay's ready though. You might be ready for it, but I don't think Green Bay is.
No. Long season. Okay. How's the new coffee?
Got that guy again.
New coffee is great, Jessica.
It's great. Get you some. Actually, speaking of that,
yeah,
we are doing the giveaway a little different today. We're doing our same giveaways, but for the HHA Rise site, we're actually going to be doing, if you purchase a bag of coffee online, then you're entered in the giveaway for the HHA Rise site.
Right now, right? You purchase
right
coffee.
now. If you purchase anywhere from the beginning of the live until tonight, when we end, you'll be put in the drawing for the giveaway, and I will say, it might just be one. So if you buy a coffee, you have pretty good odds that
your odds are going to be pretty good.
Yes. So
you buy a good bag of coffee, and you might get a $300 site for free. So.
Absolutely, and I think what we'll do now is we'll go through our giveaway items, and then we'll go to the HHA Rise site.
Part of me really thinks this deer was half right.
But all you guys have to do, once we go through all these items, we'll do a trivia question, and whoever answers the correct answer will be in the drawing for either of these items. So pretty good odds there too, and these are all great items and products we're gonna be giving away. So
awesome stuff.
What do we got for the first item here, Charlie?
We're rocking out with the Fairnet Ox 5 ground blind. Just an awesome blind. Really good visibility, and you can fit like 5 guys in it. Just awesome. A little bit heavy, but they're really heavy duty and durable. So that's fun.
Nice. I think it switches tonight.
We got some Black Widow. You'll get a scrape rope and branch butter. It's nothing too crazy. It just works. Black Widow, and we put that stuff out. I mean, it smells horrible, but bucks just come to it. So about as simple as it can be. We're giving out 1 acre of bucket ready seed, which I mean, Dylan right now is sitting over a bucket ready plot. Clearly, it's
right, the commercial break.
I don't know what to pick, tell you what to pick. I like Nebraska, but there's a lot of good options. Mere Deer, choice of product, another classic. whether you're in a bait state, tense attraction, always a great option.
Probably. I know.
Cross, Ursa boots. Again, another
Pop out of nowhere.
very well-known brand. Yeah, you can get yourself a real nice pair of boots that will last you a long time and are very versatile. So I would recommend. They're always awesome boots.
Might as well call you, you know. You've been on it more than me. 47.
Luminac. You get a free pack knock.
Even newer phone.
Pretty simple. Everybody knows.
What's your next excuse?
Yeah. Awesome for target practice and awesome for track luck.
You were gambling because you're an addict.
Ultra, you get a free edge camera. Great cameras. Very and we got Carrots who will announce the Onyx.
The Onyx Hunt, free elite membership. Onyx is awesome. I mean, you can not only for hunting, but like real estate, all things. You can find out who owns what. Yeah, yeah.
You can go look for you, figure out where you've been. Zoom in on Tennessee.
Yeah, Onyx won't help you with where I've been. But the phone scope, the phone case adapter, 2 ounces of pyro putty, and the pyro putty lighter. That's Mancl's favorite bee. Like,
walks around.
It's a great win. Like, I would love to have that case and adapter. I pick on him a lot. But yeah.
I believe that picture was from Jimbo's property that he's hunting. No, I swear to God, I'm almost positive it is.
Really?
We're giving away a River's Edge Bigfoot light with 4 grip rails, safety rope, and a climbing belt. Make sure you wear that safety gear. Again, enough said. Never
Be
go
safe.
wrong with high quality stand.
I don't think till this field shaded here is.
Schwacker.
The Schwackers. Dude, I recently read a story about Hank Parker, who I think was involved in Schwacker back in the day. And he promised Dale Earnhardt that he would never hunt that property that they hunted together without him. And Dale died in a race, and he hasn't been back since. He said he left tree stands, trucks, like there's all kinds of stuff. And that's
where
the
was
kind of
property?
guy. I don't know. I don't think he said.
I'm guessing.
But that's the kind of guy you're standing behind when you buy a Schwacker broadhead. Like, he left trucks and stuff, you know, for his buddy. Tack vanes.
Did I tell you that story, Kurtz?
No, I read that recently.
I don't even know who we're talking
Read
about,
that.
to be honest. but
He told me that story in the tree.
Did he really?
Yeah, he told me that
Scott
story.
knows
That's funny.
everybody, in case you guys are wondering.
I forget about that, man. I forget that you had a good contact with Hank and hung out with him a little bit. Yeah, I forget about that.
That's definitely a true story. He told me that in person. That's cool.
Who's Hank? Who is this guy we're talking about?
I'm sorry. Is there any way we could cut Charlie out?
Was this guy like?
Who is Hank Parker?
Let's get through these giveaways.
All right, we're giving away a Vortex Optics fire rangefinder.
I want to get back to the action here.
Just the dude has it.
All right.
Yeah, the
Carrots, you weren't around when I told everybody about this, but the HHA Rise bow sight is actually going to be given away by them buying a bag of coffee online. So if they buy a bag of coffee online, they're giving it.
Yeah.
So if you buy coffee, you have a very good chance of winning.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, everybody buys coffee. If you're
And the
not buying
reason-
coffee from us, then
The
why are you
reason
watching?
we're doing it with the coffee is because 2.2% of all our coffee purchase revenue is going to HHA USA, which is their nonprofit, getting veterans and law enforcement involved in archery hunting, etc., to help cope with PTSD. So, all for a good cause.
They stay at a hotel.
Yeah, it's live. A. Brennan Trage. B. Michael Mancl. C. Aaron Scrapsack. And D. You took it away, dude. I mean, like,
Hey, man.
Pronounced Grizpack, I believe.
It's done. It's over with.
I know, but it
Hank
went
Parker.
away.
Hank Parker was the top fisherman in the 80s and 90s.
How about this? We'll put her back
Oh,
up.
look at you with
Put her
Google.
back up.
Yeah,
No,
Charlie.
somebody commented that. Thank you, David Fear.
Kevin Trent, thanks for chiming in and telling me the
You can
ball score.
Go ahead and read
as
it
they
off again
beat
there,
Bama.
Curtis.
Which of the following members shoots his bow left-handed? Is it A. Brendan Trage, B. Michael Mancl, C. Aaron Gisback, or D. Hunslow Jake? Enter in
Hunslow
for a
Jake.
chance to win.
Hunter Dickinson. I don't know. He called by his Instagram name.
Yeah,
I must be like
bunch of answers.
I must be like a real idiot for not knowing who Hank Parker is.
Yeah, kinda.
You're pretty young.
Well,
pretty
you're
young.
sponsored by Come Here Deer, so I would think you would probably know who Hank Parker.
He actually,
I never even heard of
So-
Come Here Deer. I never heard of Come Here Deer until I started working here. So.
All
I
good,
think he
buddy.
still is affiliated with Schwacker. Last I knew, as a 4 or 5
I
years
think
ago,
so.
he was.
But
I'm
he's Come
currently-
Here Deer guy, right?
Yeah, he's
Like
a
that- I
community
think
guy
he's-
too.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay, I'm looking up pictures. I've seen pictures of Hank Parker.
No, there's a deer in the beans.
He's more known for fishing, for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, see, Dale Earnhardt was a good friend of his.
Rest in peace, Dale.
Rest in peace, Dale.
Amen.
Amen.
Raise hell and praise Dale. You know what I mean?
Real legend. He was on Monster Bucks, I believe, one of the original whitetail shows.
Yeah, the over's gonna hit.
Yes, he was. They're all pretty big hunters and fishermen. They are.
Oh yeah, just good old boys from the south
There
that
you go. Check out the
like
plot.
to drive fast.
Where do you see him?
Mike and looks like Mike and Ricky are on some deer finally in the public. Guelig still has his couple does. I think one of the does is bedded in the food plot. I'm not positive.
It does kind of look like it, doesn't it?
I think it is. She's just lazy. She's just eating laying down. But can you see on Mike's screen? There's a deer. I think it's a little too bright. Too far.
Yeah, it's a little bright. Let's try to zoom in a little bit. How about that? Yeah, it's a little bright.
Come on, Ricky. See that brightness down.
Oh, that's beyond his control. That sun right there.
Yeah.
Sun glare actually would work good. Actually, that kind of looks like there's something out there. I just can't tell what it is.
No, there's definitely something out there. We'll see. If it's a buck, we'll hear him talking. Ross will start shaking the whole tree and breathing heavily.
Yeah, but that doe is definitely bedded out there.
Yeah.
Sure.
She is very comfortable in that bucket. Yeah. Oh, the other doe bedded down in there too.
Oh yeah, they're
Well, I
just
think
making themselves at home there.
I don't know. I might
They're really liking that bucket ready, aren't they, Scott?
I did see that.
I wonder what
That was 3 minutes ago. Oh, there was
what do we
one in there
decide
this
what type
morning.
of bucket is that? Fence
Yeah, we
jumper,
said
I
this
think.
one.
It was either fence jumper
Oh,
or
you're
easy.
saying on the public. Oh,
Easy bucket. I think it might be easy, guys.
no. Oh, yeah, you're right. That looks like a phone.
Yeah.
There was one on
One of the two.
Lease.
Yeah.
I'm
If you're
sure.
interested, go check them out and figure out which one would fit your circumstances better.
They're both fart sick.
We got a comment saying that Mike's seen some turkeys. Maybe there's birds out there.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was thinking too. It kind of looked like turkeys out there.
I don't know. I'm guessing if it was a deer and it started working away from him, Mike would toss a grunt out. But I think I'm seeing him now.
Mancl just texted in the group chat and said coffee is flying off the shelves.
Did he really?
Oh, you guys are actually buying coffee. That's awesome, guys. Just remember that you guys will be in the drawing for the HHA set.
Larry the cucumber.
Yeah. And don't forget that it's for a good cause.
Definitely for a good cause.
And go check out. Yeah. So, I said it a little bit earlier, but 2.2% of revenue will be going to HHA USA, which is a nonprofit that HHA runs, and it's all about law enforcement and veterans and first responders, trying to get them into archery and help out with like coping with like mental struggles they might be having, and trying to give back to those who've given so much for us. And so it's just a great nonprofit. We're involved with it. We help put together videos, volunteer, and so if you buy coffee, some money goes there, which is great. And go give them a check out some of their videos, maybe donate to them, go up to an event. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of good people. Overall a good nonprofit to be involved with. So, and buy some coffee. That's the gist of it. All those things.
Oh, I see a buck.
Oh.
I don't think it's
he sees a buck.
Walking the edge of the beans right now.
I think it's the shooter, though.
No, did he say it was a different deer?
Oh, he's chasing.
Oh, he's chasing.
Jason.
Love is in the air. Hey, Reed, from my office. Reed said, hey, from the stand.
Both just sitting there yet.
Yeah, those does just don't have a care in the world.
Yeah, they do look like turkeys out there. Wouldn't zoom in on that.
Oh, yeah. Whole flock. Or a gaggle. Colin was wondering, how long is the coffee purchase deal available? Spitz? How long is the HHA site going to be up for to win?
Yep. So what we'll do is anybody who purchases the coffee at the end of the night. So we'll just say by the end of the stream, the live show, which is roughly going to be about, I would say, another hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes. If you purchase coffee during the stream, you will be entered to be in the giveaway for the HHA Rise site. I know odds are pretty darn good.
Yeah, the odds are definitely good, and that's a site that almost every one of us shoot. Is that what you shoot?
Just green heads. They're all big. Yeah. Not like little adolescent. They got some big noggins on them. Yeah, there's the Canadian birds that came down from the north. Come on, Larry. This is that deer last night here. It's just a little two-man. That was what do you guys have to do? Deer in the strip. An 8. Oh yeah. Looks like a doe. Maybe. We hunt in the morning. Can I come around the back? Probably should. What's that? Turkeys. They come around. Deer. I don't want to hunt deers though. I gotta roost up in this timber line. Last actually shot that deer. I showed you that tree. They roosted right there. Up the river across from here. Yeah, they crossed the river and then flew up. I jinxed myself. Wind's dying down pretty good. Oh, jeez.
So we've had several comments, or the same comment twice, about the coffee deal for the Rise site will be available until 3 men. So I'd say get in there and order that within an hour to hour and a half. So.
Hell yeah. Get in there. Chucky, thank you. The coffee is fantastic. For sure, get in on that. Absolutely. I'm so thankful to be back here with you, Charlie. It's been very painful. You know,
I know. You have those days, though. You know? I've had... I mean, let me break down how my muzzleloader season is going.
I'd love to hear it.
So we have... Ross and I have grinded pretty much every morning.
Grinded or ground? How would you say that?
I would say...
We ground every morning.
Grind. I would say we grinded. We put our nose to the grindstones.
All right. I love it.
Every morning and every evening in what people consider to be the greatest whitetail hunting area in the country.
Sure.
We saw our first in a week. I mean, it's not ideal time. In a week of hunting, we saw our first deer that was outside of the ears 2 days ago.
601.
Really? It was like,
wow.
Yeah. And I was so fired up. So what did I do? Pulled up my muzzleloader, and it wouldn't cock.
Definitely a buck.
And I couldn't shoot him.
Look at the rack up there.
It wouldn't cock. So I shaved my mustache because I thought it was bad luck.
I would agree.
And we went out today. And it wouldn't cock again. Had a different shooter, not a huge buck, come out. He wasn't really in range, but still went cock. Got it cocked. He went and bedded up. Climbed down out of our tree, packed up. 5 steps from our tree, he popped back out at 200 yards and was coming towards us. And a duck hunter spooked him. So that's today was day.
Did you shoot him?
No. Who, the duck hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, what do you? I wanted to go home with some kind of fun days. That was day 7 of 8 of this early muzzleloader. I've had kind of 2 opportunities. I feel so bad for Ross because he's had a cold, and I've been dragging every morning at 4 a.m. We're just dragging. We come home and work in the middle of the day. But I don't know. A lot of it. Oh.
Jesus, we're grinding.
Now he's gonna come right in. He grunted.
Yeah, saw him at a distance, grunted and ran right to him.
Damn.
Night.
Yeah, where was that grunt? It had to be pretty close.
And the other wind's blowing the wrong way. Kind of.
Damn marsh grass so thick. Like he probably could cross that ditch and be on this side too.
Those are deer, Mike. Same spot where the turkeys were. Those fawns. Yeah.
It looks like Mike and Ross have
A couple fawns.
had deer pop out where the turkeys were. I would like to address the comment by Dan in
Still, even when they're on their feet in there.
the comment section.
I noticed it switched a couple times when we were getting set up too. Yeah, it's not good right now. It's blowing that way right now.
So we got a nasty comment from our friend Dan, who's part of the crew. That I remember my first time using a muzzleloader. First of all, Dan, it's not my first time; it's my second. So I don't need that sass from you. But I'm stealing Mike's muzzleloader, and tomorrow is the very last morning, and I might shoot a doe. And Brad said, "Go to Kyle's. No duck hunters there." Brad, I checked my card at Kyle's today. And I had 1 doe in a week. So might be waiting for the rut to kick in.
But that wind shift is coming, so I'm sure it's throwing it for a loop. There's 3. There might be more coming out.
Got the feeling Dylan's target buck is staging up in the grass somewhere.
I can see one more way back to the right. Oh, yeah. I see another one.
Looks like they got a whole bunch of deer feeding out on Mike's. Oh, looks like we lost signal with Dylan. They might be swapping batteries quick. Oh, no, here they're back. But Mike has I think a couple of deer. I can't really tell. The bean field they're over is pretty big, so.
Shoe bring goes. I remember my first time using a muzzleloader.
Something bobbing out there.
We got a lot of movement right now.
Buck in the ditch.
Real nice.
Dylan's got another buck coming out here.
Heck yeah, deer on the hoof. Things are about to get wild, I think.
We got deer on both cameras right now.
Yeah.
I think Dylan's my money's on Dylan right now to kill, but I mean Mike's got a lot of deer moving over there. He's got that.
My money would be on Dylan too because it's so green. Mancl is hunting.
Well, Mancl, I don't know if you noticed earlier, Mancl has a decoy out, and
I know. Yeah.
Bucks down here in Iowa, they respond to calling and decoying far better than Wisconsin. Now, I've never decoyed in Wisconsin, but I've called in Wisconsin. Never have I ever rattled a buck in the state of Wisconsin. My first time ever rattling in Iowa, I rattled in a buck on public.
Never have I ever rattled a buck in, period. And I've killed some bangers. And it's just not like,
I mean, if you're in the plain states and parts of the Midwest,
that's different.
where you can
right.
see a
where
long
you
way.
Are, yeah. That's different.
Where we're at, it's not necessarily the most important thing, but other parts of Iowa, Kansas, the Dakotas, I mean, when you can see a long ways, throwing a decoy out, to bring a deer in.
Dude, it's so much different. Like the entire...
That's what's cool about whitetail.
Deer hunting. Correct. It's
everything.
different. Like the entire whitetail hunting community is mostly Midwest.
Mostly.
And yeah, for sure. I mean, quite
Yeah.
vigorously, it's Midwest. And you can watch all that happen from a perspective like mine, where you're down in the South. That shit does not fly. Like there's
I like watching people from like different areas, different style of whitetail hunting. I'm really into that.
100%. That's what I love about living here. It's so different. It's all ridges. There's no corn. Nobody grows corn.
I really dig like the plains and they're getting into like one tree or trying to stalk them on the ground. I think that's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, like North Dakota kind of.
Yeah,
hunting.
North Dakota, South Dakota,
Yeah.
even like Montana, you got some of that. Like
Yeah,
just
sure.
totally different. And then you got like the big woods up north in the mountains.
Yeah,
in the east. Totally different. again.
Minnesota, the big woods up there.
There's big woods up in northern Wisconsin. I'm sure some of the people
Sure.
watching this know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you want to catch northern pike, go up there.
There's deer up there. You gotta work for them.
Sure.
It's probably like where you live, but just way colder.
Yeah, right.
Less mountainous.
Right,
But
right. Yeah, it's just different where we live. Like I grew up in Michigan, as a kid. And so it was all ag and corn. And then got into the hunting social media life as of recent, 10 years or so, and you'll see everybody online bitching about Michigan because nobody can kill a deer.
Yeah.
All the mature bucks have already been shot, No, they haven't. I'm up there all the time and I see hundreds of deer in the fields all the time. So
Ross who lives up there, the other intern, they got way better deer on their properties than I do right now.
Sure, yeah.
His dad was just commenting on here earlier if he wants to weigh in on it, but like they just they just put work in and they're patient and let them grow and they got
100%. I'm not saying. Where did this dude go? I didn't mean to come across like deer don't grow in Michigan. They do for sure.
No,
but
I
it's
know.
funny to me that so many people bitch about the deer hunting in Michigan. It's like everybody kills the 1 and 2 year olds. No, they don't. I see big bucks there all the time. Just like anywhere else I've ever been, there are big bucks. Like if you don't know how to find them, that's not the state's problem.
People look at states like Iowa and Kansas, and they have way, 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 way less hunters, which is why you're seeing a lot of these big bucks. They have way, 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 way less deer as well.
Sure.
So like,
why? Why do you say that? Why do you think that? Yeah, I'd like to hear where you got that info. Yeah. Why do you think they have less deer?
The deer population in Iowa is a lot less than Wisconsin's deer population, I would say. I think it's just less cover. Oh, we lost them. Mid-argument. But if you care to weigh in, please do. I believe Wisconsin's deer population is like double or triple Iowa's. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
Come on, Larry. Pop out.
All right, before the action gets too hot, we're going to have another brief word from our sponsors.
The new Edge Pro from Moultrie Mobile gives you more control over what you see with features like Live Aim and the industry's first false trigger elimination technology. Live Aim removes the guesswork at setup with a live preview from your camera, and FTE extends battery life and eliminates up to 96% of unwanted images, meaning if deer photos are what you want, deer photos are what you get.
Luminox are brighter, more durable, and with replaceable batteries, the longest-lasting compound and crossbow lighted Nox on the market, period. When your moment of truth comes, rely on the only lighted Nox trusted by the best. Luminox. Light them up at luminox.com.
Yeah, second last weekend of October, Rut Live. We're going to jump right back into the action because we got deer out in front of Dylan and deer in front of Mike. Fortunately, Mike's got the sun right in his face. Ross is doing the best he can, but it is going to be kind of tough to see these deer for the next few minutes, would be my guess, until it drops under the trees a little bit. Dylan is still after Larry, which is that 5-year-old, 11. That he saw up at
there's one.
I think 4:30 this afternoon, evening. Have these does milling around embedded in the food plot for the last hour, I'd say. I have a feeling that Larry is going to show face, but again, hopefully in range.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might have been a fluke seeing him that early. I think he was just, doing what
I
Bucks
do.
Just getting up. Well, he's bedded there. You're right by his bedding, and bucks aren't gonna just lay there the whole time when they're bedded. They tend to get up and stretch and roam around a little bit. They got they got a core area. A bedding isn't always just gonna be. They're not gonna just bed there for 8 hours or plus. They're definitely gonna move around. I think that's all he was doing. What's good is that he's in the area, and I could definitely see him. Yeah, I could definitely see him coming back, and hopefully the first thing he does is go to this bucket ready. Plot.
I mean, he was there last night at, I think it was 7:30 or 40.
I wonder if Big Larry pushed him out.
Ooh, this one's getting a little spooked here, isn't it?
Both of them.
Maybe Big Larry's coming now, huh? Just like Dylan said.
I think he was just throwing that out there, but
I just ran because he ran. Yeah.
Something's coming, I think.
He's chasing something. But he was. I don't know. Unless he's just running. Looking for does. All wound up. Right to Larry's bedroom and wake him up. He's kind of like you. Larry likes to sleep. Oh, there's a. Might be him. Oh, that's on the left. Yeah, that's it. He's just running deer.
JTM was commenting here.
JTM commenting.
Yeah,
Let's hear what he has to say, or she.
Yeah, I guess we don't know.
But
if he or she,
for a
but,
second, Charlie, I don't mean to cut you off, Chucky.
Yeah.
But how stupid does Dylan look with this little face thing he's got
he
going
looks
on?
like my babushka.
Kinda.
Babushka from other country.
Oh my god.
Or ET. I could see him. I would love him to give me like a phone home. He kind of looks like an ET.
I like it. Yeah. Or like a
For sure.
Baklava. It seems like he would make a great baklava. You know, like a Russian pastry. Look at him.
Well, Ross's dad is totally backing me up when I was talking about how Ross has a higher deer population. Mr. Weeks, Dougie Fresh, I want to know what Michigan's is. I'm guessing you guys are close to Wisconsin or more. I don't know. I think it's because we just have so much more cover in our states than like.
Oh, no, you don't. Wisconsin's exactly the same as Michigan.
No, I'm talking about than Iowa. No, I'm talking about us in Michigan have so much more cover than Iowa, Kansas. That's why we have.
And kinda, maybe, kinda. Yeah, I could see that. You got a little more
pond, but there's one right on.
farm ground, like trees.
There's a lot of areas by where I went to college.
Pond, like
you would look, and it was egg fields, and you could see for like 10 miles and see 2 trees.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
And like when the corn and beans get taken out, there's nothing. You know.
That's
Not
what
even
kills
grass.
me about like the meat eater or the
Like I know I still gotta be careful.
social media crowd from the Midwest. It's all like they post their kills, you know, they post their success.
Yeah.
But it's not super realistic because like down here where I'm at, there's no ag. You know, like if you're in the Midwest, you can follow this and be dialed in for sure.
She's walking down the path.
But it's fun for me. It's so different to be down south. Like deer don't give a shit about peas. Like right there, it's like cowpeas, soybeans. What are they growing? Probably cowpeas.
You come on.
Yeah, I don't know what.
And they just don't care. It's all acorns. White oak acorns.
I
All
thought
that
down there they're pronounced like acorns or something. Are they saying down there? Acorns, I believe. All right,
That's how they say it. That's how they say it.
Probably
Anyway.
smells dopey.
Acorns. And they're everywhere.
I've been smelling it in here all night. She could have just walked down the path.
Do it.
Jessica, to answer your question, how much coffee's left to order? Probably enough to like, I don't know, a lot. It's in my basement.
Could we not just send her a bag? For God's sake. Jessica has been watching every episode.
Jessica, I ordered about 15 minutes ago.
Just send her a bag of coffee.
It's probably like a whole field from Honduras of coffee. Yeah, we got a bunch of big boxes in my basement here, and don't worry about running out.
It's very good. The coffee is great, but definitely just send her a bag. She's done all she could to get a free bag of coffee.
Yeah, get that coffee. It's good. I was drinking it.
She doesn't blow, I guess.
I was drinking it this morning in the stand, and it kept me warm. The thing I love about drinking coffee in the stand is like it warms you up in the chest, you know, from like drinking something warm. And
Hell
then,
yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're anything like me, it kind of warms in the buttocks area. You always feel a little steamy down there.
I don't know that I share your same
Coffee doesn't have that
affection
effect
for the
on you?
buttocks. Oh, you got a shit when you
Yeah.
drink some? Is that what you're saying?
It warms me up. my lower gluteus maximus region. Yeah, but coffee and deer hunting. for fishing or just I feel like getting up early and hard work.
It's not just coffee and deer hunting. Like, honestly, and I'm not saying this because I want to sell bags of coffee. Their coffee tastes good. Like, just buy it and get fired up and get out in the field. You know, it's not like you're going to buy coffee anywhere. You might as well buy it here.
That's true. That's really the thing is, like, we can try to sell it like we reinvented the wheel. I mean, it's good coffee.
Right.
But coffee is coffee.
Right.
I mean,
who is grunting? Dylan? Oh, God.
No, that's...
Come on, talk shit.
We got, Jimbo is absolutely... Oh, he's getting ready to just absolutely hammer the black rack.
The black racks are out.
Black rack. He's been waiting all year to use this thing. Really? That's all you're giving it, Jim?
I always think about
tickle.
buying
He
these
watches-
stupid
he
things,
watches
but I've got
DVD,
antlers
guys.
hanging everywhere. So I always think
Watch the
I would like to
DVD.
point out... just
Dylan's got it here.
comment
Hold up.
Jessica's comment said that's why you have to give yourself extra time on the walk to the stand. Take a crap on the way. Once you are in the stand, you're set to go. Thanks, Jessica, for the care about the walk.
Yeah, I mean, he ran right through hard and everything, so. I'm assuming he's up on his feet somewhere already. Nope, just a little bit. He's all wound up. Boys are feeling it in the cannies. Yeah, they are. God, I love this time of year.
Sorry, when I switch over.
In the jury. Jimbo has been doing the old Texas two-step with his black rack over there. Roundhead 79, I believe it's one of our buddies from over at Bucket Ready. Said nice rack, Jimbo. I agree.
Roundhead, is that you, Scott?
Yeah, comment if it's you, Mr. Scott.
More sophisticated deer. You know, he doesn't just run around like the little boys. Comes and hits scrapes and he's mature about it. Oh, is that the first deer we've seen and we haven't seen him since?
Mike's gonna let out a little grunt.
See. Yeah, the snort wheeze here.
Chased it out of the plot.
Yeah.
That was a good sound to snort with.
Realistic.
Man, when you hear a buck do that in real life, it's so
It's
dang.
going, doesn't it?
This morning when we saw that buck walking away, we threw some grunts at him, rattled at him. He kept going, and Ross was like, snort wheeze. I was like, I don't have one of the tube thing. He's like, just snort weed. So we just did it by hand at him, and he didn't buy it. Shocking.
Look, he's got the black racks out now.
Yeah. He's got the Jimbo effect.
Welcome back, Garrett.
Thanks, buddy. I know my audio is great. So, man, that's pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and congratulate Melissa.
Yeah. We talked about that a little bit earlier before you're on. But let's circle back to that. Melissa Mancl, Mike's wife, killed a beautiful 9-point on what day was that?
Iowa 9-point.
Tuesday. And believe me, I've been hunting this season as well, and the movement has been pretty brutal the last couple of days. It's just starting to get good, so very impressive that you got it done. It was her first Iowa buck, which is also exciting.
Yeah, Iowa bucks.
Iowa bucks. That was a great deer, though. It was pretty awesome. We were Ross and I were out hunting that night, and they called us. We were able to show up, take some pictures with them, and help them get it out. And it was just a lot of fun. Our friend Brad, who's been commenting, came over and when we got them permission to hunt that piece. So big shout out to Brad. Big shout out to Melissa. Fun night.
Mancl is busting those black ink.
Apparently, I don't rattle long enough. Like usually when I rattle, it's like very short and brief.
Chucky, I'm not much of a rattler myself.
I did not.
I wasn't until like a couple years ago. I started hunting in Iowa.
All right, you guys are muted.
So it looks like we finally got some steady connection now with Jim. He's gonna give us some words of wisdom on how the night's been. Oh,
Yeah, we had some like.
quick away, Jim. I hope he's ready for us.
That's great.
was our light. Yeah, decent. Let's get down there. In the blind. Yeah. Oh shit, Badgers won. Really? How'd they pull that off? Touchdown with 27 seconds left. Dang. Right, well, it's getting to be the last 15 minutes hunting. A little earlier when we were having some technical difficulties, we had a couple of fawns come in here with a doe, but they went out on the other backside here. But it's been pretty quiet since, so we're hoping this last 10-15 minutes of light and shooting time that something comes alive here and gives us a good opportunity where I'll be able to have a chance at one of those solid bucks. So we'll see what happens.
Expect it. Tonight it's been
it would affect it. Yes, we are east, and that will affect it for sure. Like the sun rises.
well, it's just weird because like I don't feel like Iowa is that south of Wisconsin, but it
I know.
stays lighter longer down here. You know, like Mike will have another.
Well, it
45
gets
minutes.
weird. Like in Michigan, you know, where we're from, it gets dark later than Tennessee. Like, which is wild. We're on the same plane, you know.
Well,
It's
like during the summer, northern Wisconsin gets light later.
Yeah, right.
But
Let's
so
roll.
Dylan's night started out really, really hot, and it's kind of tapered off.
Yeah,
I think
based on his face mask.
yeah, his babushka
Yeah.
headdress. He first deer he saw was a shooter, and since then it's cooled off. So he's gonna tell us about it
It's
here.
getting pretty dark here in the blind. We've got probably 10 minutes left or so. They're starting to get all jacked up. We saw, I don't know, probably 4 different bucks. I mean, we can see quite a bit from where we're sitting tonight. So they were kind of further out in the marsh, but we saw, it looked like a 14, 15 inch 8. He was chasing out in the marsh to the north of us. Then there was another little buck. Seen plenty of does and fawns. Had a doe and a fawn come behind us. She might have got our wind, but she kind of just continued in the marsh and didn't spook at all. But unfortunately, we haven't seen Larry after we've seen him at like 4:30. I was for sure thinking we'd lay eyes on him again, but he kind of just tucked away in that marsh, and it's so easy to lose deer in there. So I'm assuming he just, I don't know, I'm sure he's on his feet somewhere. But like I said, we got about 10 minutes left here, so we'll sit tight, and maybe he'll make his way in the plot yet. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll be back out here tomorrow. Oh shit! There's a deer here. A doe. Howdy.
Not the way you expect your night to go. See your top deer early, and then it tapers out. You know, it's kind of backwards. What?
What are you talking about?
You see him? Whereabouts? It's hard to explain.
We got little deer.
You see that? Like that
That
yellow
looks like
We're
on the other side.
that looks like meat in the freezer. Man.
There's that big oak tree.
nice and tender.
Oh yeah, I see big oak.
My dad. I mean, I think the last elk he shot was a calf. I'm purpose. He had an either sex tag and he shot a cow. He likes the tender.
This thing keeps buzzing.
He's old school. Jessica just came in with the update, UW1, which is awesome. David said someone went down in Iowa. Yeah.
You say we do one more round of the trivia for everyone.
Yeah, let's run through trivia one more time. So everyone
we're
just
gonna do a trivia question again for whoever wasn't here before.
Maybe
basically we have 14 items we're gonna be giving away. They're all great items. They Chuck. All you got to do answer the correct. Have the correct answer to the question, and you'll be entered in the drawing. And I will say your odds are pretty good. So
pretty good. And don't forget, if you buy coffee, I'd say in the next. How long Spitz you think?
Leave it up to you.
30 minutes.
I think we got about 35 minutes left of light. So yeah, 35 minutes to buy some coffee. And you'll be entered in the giveaway for the HHA Rise site as well.
I would definitely be looking into that. That site is awesome. And even if you don't win, you still get coffee. Which of the following members shoots his bow with his left hand? Brandon, aka Rand. Aaron, aka JP. Mike or Hunter, aka Hunt, or this name Jake Slow Hunt on Instagram. We're doing all nicknames. It's Hunt Slow Jake. I don't know. We're going with nicknames.
Something close to that. I think it's Hunt.
Yeah. So
Hunt
comment the letter. That's the easiest way. Got a lot of comment roll.
You can either answer by putting the letter down or their name. Either or works.
Jake said Chuck likes the Rise. I do like the Rise, Jake. Jake is a friend of ours from HHA. Great product.
He's eating the leaves from the tree that I knocked down.
It's like
just mowing on
Jake wants in the drawing for the HHA Rise site as well. You see him answer the question.
Jake?
Jacob.
Oh, yeah.
Jacob Mancl.
Jacob, I've never heard it. I didn't even know his name was Jacob. I guess usually Jake is short for Jake. Yep.
Easy boy to sit in.
I always thought it was. I mean, I guess Jake is short for Jacob, right?
Yeah, I think
Deal.
where Jake was.
That's what I knew it.
Yeah, he wants.
Well, I thought it was a Woody, and then I thought you were trying to throw me for a jerk question.
The Rise is the first. Well, it's a two pin.
Look at them all. Oh, those are geese.
First like that I've ever shot. It's sweet.
Man, Larry. It's gonna be that kind of hunting, huh? It's gonna be a cat and mouse game all year.
Might as well go to all three while we still have them. I know Jim and Dylan only have a few minutes left, actually, of shooting light. Mancl and Ross, the intern, are actually in Iowa, so they got, I'd say, an extra 20, 25 minutes of daylight. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. And they have They have the benefit of not being in a blind. It doesn't get dark as fast.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I guess they are both in the blind, aren't they, Jim and
Yep.
Dylan, aren't they?
The other two are sitting on some bucket-ready plots, and if you got a plot like that, being in a blind is always a pretty good option to hide your
You're my
scent.
future Larry, buddy.
But looking out the window, it's still plenty bright here in Iowa, so we'll have some time.
Yeah, I want to say
I think shooting light is
6:53. 6:53 on
Is it
the
really?
money. Yep.
In Iowa.
Yep. So we got a half hour left.
Gotta be running it now.
6:53 Central Time. That is.
I guess you would think if somebody who's been
Really
hunting
got my
every
hopes
night
up
this
like
week
that,
would know the time a little better.
Oh, I'm just gonna stand up at 4:30.
I only know because Mancl told me.
Disappear.
We usually like check it every night. And forget. A lot of times we'll pull it early if we're in like the timber and we don't have good camera light.
Couple minutes.
Tonight's been a pretty exciting live. Next week, I bet is going to be action-wise, deer-wise.
Trying to remember. I want to say it's within days that Hunter shot his on live last year.
Little button bug.
Today or next week?
Within days of today. Just within days of today. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like deer are moving.
That was quite the show. That was awesome. He shot it early too. I think there was still at least 45 minutes of daylight. I'd say at least 45 minutes.
Yeah, I've seen the footage from it. It looked pretty bright out.
Yeah, it was good hunt, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean next Saturday, I believe. I'm gonna take a gander at the weather quick, but it looked prime.
Looks like it got pretty dark where Dylan's at pretty quick there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Dylan's up there in kind of central, little western Wisconsin.
Oh, got a deer
It
run
wasn't
out.
even looking at me. It was looking this way.
I think they might have got spotted. They're in that big fancy blind.
Must be doing a lot of moving.
A lot of movement. Yeah, we're gonna have a good front rolling in here this next weekend. I think a lot of deer are gonna be moving. The movement was good tonight, but I think it'll just keep getting better and better and better as the season progresses.
Oh, Larry. Oh, there go the mallard.
I think Dylan and Brandon are going to be shutting her down here, so we're going to go ahead and go to Jimbo Mancl Cam.
And they'll stay there for what, 5 minutes? Yep.
And I don't think we'll gym for much longer either.
Two of them were dumping. Look at them all. Watch it.
They are officially signed out.
We got some deer out here making way into that big bean field. These Iowa, they're required to leave some crop standing on public land if it's farmed. But I don't really see any beans still standing unless they're right in front of the boys.
Man, it got quiet, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
It's been a little breezy where they were at.
Yeah. What you get when you get.
But then again, they were in a blind. So
they're in a very well enclosed blind, and they're the East Siders. They're not the quietest bunch. They're
Holy cow,
fun
though.
time.
I mean, looks like it's beautiful out there in Iowa.
You still got the crickets. It's certainly warmer down here than back in Wisconsin at the moment. I think this is a different deer than what they were just on.
Hey, there's more deer way in the back. It's a buck.
Where's Ross?
It's going
Ross said there's a buck.
Down further down. I see a doe there. I see another one in the beans. That's a doe. I lost it. That one that just went behind those trees. That was a doe.
There's the little buck, huh?
I think Ross is just trying to get Mike excited. And there's a buck out there.
There's definitely a little buck out there. I see it.
There's a lot of deer out there. I mean, they've moved the camera like 3 different times, and we keep seeing deer in different spots. So
Is that right? How far do you think that is where that deer is?
I mean, I don't know exactly where they're set up. I've walked that piece a little bit, but like some of those deer in those far back corners are a couple hundred yards. They're a jaunt.
Those ones on that far end are acting squirrely. Like there's something going on in the back.
Ross and I have been out a lot this week. Have really noticed the scrapes opening up. They are just popping up everywhere.
It's getting to be that time.
Same time. Good spots to throw your camera up on.
Absolutely.
Another deer out there in the back just popped out.
Deer coming out of the woodworks now.
Golly. Ross says
Another
this
buck,
buck.
he says.
Let's see if he's right this time.
What's that? It can't be that big. No, it's not very big.
No. Sounds like it's not
Very
very
big.
big.
Looks like a 2-year-old or a year and a half. Yeah.
Let's turn them up a little bit.
Yeah. We don't have any of the other boys left with us.
Oh, they lost light. They were in Wisconsin, so
We lost both Wisco boys. We got the comment section. Is everyone's starting to say where they're from? A lot of Wisco people, my folks.
Jessica's in here getting the crowd going, asking where everyone's from. Looks like a lot of people are from Wisconsin.
We got Trempealeau County, Boyden County. Trempealeau is supposed to be fantastic deer hunting.
I'm personally from Kent County, Michigan. Well,
There's
I'd
only
say
two Michigan boys, and that's you and Ricky.
me and Ricky. Yeah.
I hope Ross's parents get on here and they're like, Jackson County, Michigan.
Spiker must have went up in the woods.
We got a Missouri. That's good to see.
Good deal.
Missouri is a cool state. I tell you what.
Now we just need a shooter to walk right under him here in the next few minutes.
I think for that to happen, they'd have to rattle them in and come straight to the decoy.
Oh yeah, big going. Would that be a Youper or a troll? I guess you could say troll. I'm in the LP.
Yeah.
I don't like to be called a troll, that's for sure. But
Lesser
the
two
Youpers,
is what we call
think they have something on us. So
They do.
oh yeah,
I love the UP.
The UP is basically Wisconsin, right?
I
Everybody
wish
in
the
Wisconsin
UP
says
was
that.
Wisconsin.
UP is beautiful. I've been there plenty
It
of
is
times.
gorgeous. Great fishing.
You got to go like north, like Houghton area.
Houghton, Hancock. Up on the Keweenaw Peninsula.
Yes, sir.
I've fished the Great Lakes on Lake Michigan. Kind of if you follow the curve of the inside of the UP, and I've destroyed smallmouth, huge spawning smallmouth. That was some of the best fishing of my life.
Oh yeah, this fishery is great here. We have a lot of good inland lakes too.
We're talking about the Mitt or the Youper right now.
The Mitt, all of the Michigan. All
I
of
was
Michigan.
talking about the Youper on Lake Michigan.
Man, the
man.
Youp, we're
Okay.
all one, man.
Okay,
We're all one.
for me, my cabin is like 45 minutes from the Youp, so I spent a lot more time in the UP than driving over to the Mitt.
Basically your neighbor, really.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan have a lot in common. We can end the fighting, and let's just all attack Illinois.
And Ohio.
And Ohio. Everybody else in the Midwest is fine. Those two, get out.
You'd think Ricky's holding that with his hands the way it's bouncing around.
You should have seen our footage from this morning. We were I put us in a teeny tiny tree, and the wind was pretty stiff. So all our footage was all over the place. Nothing Ross or I could do.
Yeah. If it gets windy, it makes it tough for sure.
I mean, the tree we were in was very small. Looks like those deer spooked or something. They just disappeared into that tree line. Kyle Zimmerman just said, "Oof, imagine being from Illinois." Oh wait, I'm from Illinois. I'm sorry, Kyle. Southern Illinois, I've been there like a couple times, and there's some awesome people and awesome deer hunting, so I apologize.
That buck, the one in the back. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he ain't much more than a year and a half. Yeah.
So if you want a chance to win that awesome new HHA Rise, jump over to our website and buy yourself a bag of our coffee, or 2, or 3. Maybe buy it for some relatives for gifts, but that'll put you in, if you buy in the next 17 minutes, chance to win a brand new Rise site, which is I don't know how much a Rise goes for, $300, $350, $400, I don't know, a lot. And I'm guessing you'll have a very good chance. If you don't win, get a bag of coffee for 2. So it's a win-win. Go check it out. I'll put the link in the description or in the bio right now. Or not bio. Comment. Sorry.
I actually do have the link already in the description of the YouTube. Yep. So if you want to make it a little easier for you, you can scroll up to the description and it should already be in there. I should have mentioned that before.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Jessica says, can I just ask for an honest response? Why do y'all drive so damn fast when you visit Wisconsin? Don't you know we are trying to take a drive and look out at the deer?
Out in the
fields for deer? Hey, now, we do the same thing here in Michigan.
Nah, she's not coming after you guys. She's coming after Illinois right now.
Oh, Illinois, okay. Michigan. I thought
we don't go after Michigan people.
We do the same thing you guys do, but if I'm in Wisconsin, I'm going from A to B, and I'm just trying to get the hell out of there as fast as I can.
The only difference between us is there's just like a big lake in the middle, pretty much. I agree with Jessica and the Illinois folks driving, but I drove up when I was in college to pick up my roommate bought a boat. We drove up around the cities, and man, those Minnesotans, they were driving pretty dang quick. So.
What's speed limit on the expressway in Wisconsin?
What's an expressway?
75?
Is expressway like highway?
Highway, yeah.
Most of them are 70, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of ours are 75.
Oh, really?
And I don't know about you, but when I'm driving, I always go at least 9 miles over.
I usually sit right at 9.
I set
at least
9, sometimes 10.
Yeah, I like the highways, usually 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
A little different when you're driving on.
So if I'm going 84 here and then I go to Wisconsin, I'm going at least 84 usually.
Yeah, I mean we're 70 on a couple of them, and that's somewhat new. Like since I've been alive, that I went to 70, so they were 65. Iowa has like 70, but you go 75, 78, and you got those that go 85 and 90 when they ride your butt, so you either shit or you get off the pot. I feel like I am not in the 85 to 90, but I'm above the 75, 78. I'm that sweet spot in between. Iowa, a lot of it's 70. It's weird though. Like, when I go to college on the highway going west towards Nebraska through Iowa, it was 65 the whole way. Everyone would go like 75 to 80, and then you turn down to go south, and then it turned to 70. Everyone would go 75 to 80 and drove the same speed. It was so weird.
For anyone who wants to see what our coffee looks like, should we pull that up, huh?
Yeah.
Who took that beautiful picture anyway? Did you?
I don't know. No, that's not our house. I think one of my pictures is on the website. That looks like a log cabin. Good picture.
You should just act like you're eating that microphone there, Charlie. Cutting out. There you go. Should I put that up on the big screen there? You choking that?
No, that's okay. It's fine. I didn't even realize. I guess our coffee is Brazilian, or the beans are from Brazil.
Yeah, the beans are Brazilian. So yeah, last chance. You buy a bag of coffee. You are entered in to win this HHA Rise full site.
Definitely jump in on the
Courtesy
coffee.
HHA, Jacob Mancl, if you're still here.
Yeah, Jake, if
Hello,
you're still
buddy.
on. And remember, check out HHA USA. They're doing it for veterans and first responders. We're giving away 2.2% of revenue. Them. And we're there to support the mission. Help folks with PTSD. People have given so much. We can give back a little. We got a lot of people on the whole Illinois driver debate in the comment section, guys. Like, okay, we can ease up a little bit.
Let's do an interview. Just do it. I texted him. He hasn't said anything. Should be just on us now. Okay.
Still got a couple deer in the field that I don't know if that little buck's still out there, but I think Mike's gonna bring it home for us here. Bring it home, old Yeller.
We're down to the last 10 minutes of light here. It's been a somewhat eventful night. We've seen, I think, probably 10, 12 deer, a couple small bucks. Most of the activity in the last half hour has been on the other end of the field here. We had a few does up by us at like 150 yards about an hour ago, and they fed back into the woods. Had some turkeys come out tonight. But as far as mature buck movement, it's been pretty dead. Just a little while ago, we did hear something. Sounded like maybe some deer crossing the creek to the north of us. Some splashing we heard, but nothing's come out on the field yet. So, we're gonna hang tight here these last few minutes. And if nothing comes in here, we'll be back at it tomorrow. But things should start heating up here soon. We got a cold front hitting next week, so I think some bucks are going to be dropping any day now. But thanks for watching this week's live. Ride this one out with me until dark, and we'll catch you guys next week here on the channel. I'm surprised nothing come out of that corner all night. If I was a deer, I'd have came out of that corner. Where those deer were was originally, like, if we had a south, that's where I would have sat. But we weren't going to get away with it with the wind we had tonight. Every one of those deer would have been downwind. the same deer out in the field? I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Those two out in the, like where it starts to go back there, are you talking? Yeah. I think it's bucks.
Boys, they've got some pretty good action going out there.
Yeah, they're fighting. Oh, they're about to duke it out there.
I think they got two little bucks and they're squaring up. A couple of 8th graders behind the Friday night bleachers. Well, everyone that's commenting, we got unlimited whitetails hunting. That they were out tonight in Ohio. I love we got people from Ohio and Illinois. We had Maine. Awesome.
Yeah,
Best of luck
yeah.
to everybody. Thanks for tuning in and
Absolutely, and please check into our sponsors. You know, for the episodes that we do, it's Vortex Optics, HHA Sports. Please buy their products. And honestly, you can't get a better product.
buy the product. Yeah, we don't push product around here.
Nah,
Please buy them.
Nah,
we work with.
I'm sorry. What?
We got a question from Jessica.
I'm trying, bud. Yes, I'm watching.
We got two little bucks sparring. But yeah, check out our sponsors, partners. We don't work with bad brands. We work with brands that we want to work with.
Sure, Chucky. I grew up hunting with my grandpa. You know, there was no sponsorship type of shit that ever occurred. Like, it was Mossy Oak. It was like, hey, we're going to go work on this field, on this cornfield today. Do you want to come? All right. Hey, we're going to go work on hauling a load of logs up north to northern Michigan. It was just a scatter type of situation, you know, always. And I think that's probably the case for most of our younger watchers. Like, Chuck, I'd like to hear what you went through on your first hunt. Like, as a kid. Yeah.
First ever?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my dad, I was fortunate. My dad took me out a couple years before I could hunt. I just had to stick with him. Which worked out really well because we never shot anything when I sat with him.
Sure.
But then my first year with a rifle, actually it was a shotgun. It was a 12 gauge. We didn't have a rifle small enough for me. And
You didn't have a 243?
No, no, I don't have we never had a 243. My brother had my grandpa's 30 would have been.
That's such a southern thing to have a rifle. Like, it's just not a northern thing.
No, in Wisconsin, it is a very Wisconsin thing to hand me down a rifle.
All right.
Illinois, I don't know about Michigan, but it's not. Like, my brother has my grandpa's 30 out of my grandpa's 30 stick. That is a lot more normal.
Yeah.
That's just the way our gun season kind of works.
Yeah, for sure.
See that? Your phone, so it's been vibrating all night. My phone. Yeah, it's on my phone.
Right.
I think it's these. Why they vibrate? I don't know. I can see yours is recording. Oh, it is. That's probably why.
We're running out of daylight here in Iowa, so I think these two are closing up. They had a pretty eventful night. A lot of deer out in that cut bean field.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of an Iowa thing. Deer in the field, always. Yeah.
All right, we're going to lose them here any second. So
Okay.
We saw a lot of deer tonight. Everyone had action.
Yep. We did. And I'm sorry that I fumbled the ball on this experience.
Okay.
On my part. Yeah.
I mean, you are in the process of moving.
I'm doing everything I can, man, and I'll do anything for the boys. I mean it.
Carrots, for those who don't know, he's been doing this from a hotel conference that he rents out because his house is in disarray. Because in between Rut Lives, he has moved houses. So
yes, correct.
Cut the guy a little slack.
Welcome to the pad. We have
what is this?
It's the illustrious Sweetwater Hotel in Sweetwater, Tennessee. Come on down, pay a visit. But thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Thank you to Vortex Optics and thank you to HHA Sports for tuning in. Yep, absolutely. We love you guys. Thank you for your sponsorship. Thank you for your products. We all love that. Everybody get on their website, follow them, and
most importantly, thank you guys for being involved. Not just watching. I mean, obviously watching is great, but for commenting back to each other, being good participants. No one's getting into fights. It's awesome. Making connections. Just great. Check out our sponsors. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of most of them.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Feel free to check them out. Buy some coffee. I mean, if you buy coffee in the next 2 minutes, you probably still got a chance at winning that rise. So good night. Good luck this season. That cold front's coming in. A lot of deer are going to die in the next week and a half. Get out in the woods. Go shoot your bow. Make sure you're ready. Have some fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. Get up and snuggle up next to Charlie.
Have fun and enjoy time with friends and family. Get out in the woods.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry we had a little bit of a mixed signal situation here, but we're going to tune out as Mancl has these beautiful does in the field. And Charlie sucks.
It's coming after. That's it.
No, let me end it. Thank you guys. Vortex Optics, HHA Sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you. We love your products. We love everything you're doing. Spitzley just shit himself, so he's going to have to step away and change his pants. Yeah. But all good. Chucky, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. Good to see you too. See you next.
We've got a big CRP field to the east of us, and then we've got prime alfalfa right here over my right shoulder. We're gonna try to put a licking branch or a scrape tree branch off the end of one of these corner posts down here. This should be a good spot.
We got a decent wind here tonight. We're sitting a cage blind on a different property. Got a doe tag in my pocket, so if we can get a doe to walk past the blind tonight, we're probably gonna go ahead and try to shoot it.
It was just a perfect night. Snuck into the blind. We already had deer in the food plot. What an awesome night of hunting down here in Iowa.
The new Edge Pro from Multimobile gives you more control over what you see with features like live aim and the industry's first false trigger elimination technology, meaning if deer photos are what you want, deer photos are what you get.